We're going to demo the find OEP by section hop technique for unpacking a binary, but we're going to do it with x64dbg since Ollie isn't really a thing. So we don't have that same functionality, the same plugin in x64dbg, but we can kind of hack our way to it with some of the functionality that exists in x64dbg. So to demo this, we're going to use lab 18-2 from the Practical Malware Analysis labs. These are still available from the Practical Malware Analysis website. So we'll just drag and drop. And we are going to hit play until we're on our entry breakpoint. So right now we're on system breakpoint. We want to be on entry breakpoint. So play, and now we see this int3 breakpoint, entry breakpoint. Now we're going to go to the memory map, this tab up here, kind of halfway through the tabs at the top of the screen. The section that we are in is the one that's black. We want to see if we hop out of that section. So the other options for sections are, they're not named, but you can tell that they're empty strings, so these two. And so we're going to put memory breakpoints on those sections. So right click, memory breakpoint, on, execute, single shoot. Same thing for the next one. Right click, memory breakpoint, execute, single shoot. Now we're going to go back to our code, and we are going to hit F9 until we hit one of our breakpoints. When we hit it, it'll say memory breakpoint execute at in a location. So let's go ahead and hit play, and we see memory breakpoint at this location. It also looks like we have a function prolog. That's exactly what we're looking for. So let's see what happens if we dump our binary from this point. So we're going to go through our same Scylla steps. We're going to go plugins, Scylla, and we are going to confirm that our OEP is set correctly. It is. We're going to click dump. That's going to save into this directory. We're going to click IAT auto search. Yes. Okay. Get imports. Fix dump. Feed it our intermediate file. Open. And then it should have just written our pretty file right here. So let's go look at the two files, the original one and the one we just created in IDA, and see what we see. So here's lab 02, completely unmodified. And it's saying we have a truncated section. That's a good sign that there's something wrong, and it's also telling us that the import section is destroyed. So notice that there's no nice tail jump here to work with. We could have found one eventually, but it's messy. There's only 2 imports, not looking too good. So let's see what we have from the one that we just dumped. Still have an imports warning. And just because you repair it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. You can't always put Humpty Dumpty all the way back together again. But it is looking a lot better. We do have API calls, and we have nice function blocks. If we look at our imports, we have a few more imports than we did before, and I'm sure the same would be true of strings. So while IDA still detects some problems, we did get much better code than we had before, and we do have good enough code that we could figure out what's happening here, as is part of the lab in practical malware analysis. So that is the get OEP by section hop technique to dumping a packed binary.